Yo, 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 what's good, everyone? It's your boy GD, the sports actor, and we are back. Finally, the weekend games are over. 8 teams have been eliminated, and 8 teams move on as they make their way through the playoffs to try to reach their destination, the NBA Finals. New York Knicks, we finished early. We were able to just sit back and watch, the Game 7 between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. Boston Celtics being sent home, being sent to Cancun. And it'll be interesting to see if they keep their team together. It seemed as if Peyton Pritchard was their best player when it came to the playoffs. He really did show up for them. So they're going to have a lot of contract issues, trying to work out who to pay, when to pay. And that's their problem. I really don't care. When it comes to Detroit, they made it out by the skin of their teeth. And I was really rooting for the Orlando Magic to really pull that one out. But 2 teams out here blowing leads 3-1 in a series, and whatever, you guys can figure it out next year. But as far as the New York Knicks, we finished early. We were able to sit back, enjoy some of these games, and we really were able to see what the Philadelphia Sixers are going to do, because I believe, that last Game 7, they really had to play full throttle. They really had to maybe show more than they really would have liked to. And I think that works out to our advantage. And I think that we have a lot of advantages when it comes, to this matchup. Not only did this team just play yesterday, this team also left the Boston Celtics series, that round 1 series against the Boston Celtics, kind of hobbled, kind of injured. And, great for us. Tyrese Maxey, he has a splint, I believe, on his pinky. You have Paul George, who, can be injury prone at any point in time that he plays. And of course, you have Joel Embiid, a cyborg who seems to be running on rusty parts. And I think that we should take full advantage of this. The New York Knicks, folks, in my opinion, are the better team across the board. Not only the starting 5, but as well as the bench. I'm not saying that the Philadelphia Sixers aren't going to be competitive, because I do think that they're going to come out with punches and they're going to play to move on to round 3. But the buck stops here, guys. The New York Knicks, this is our time. What we were able to display against the Atlanta Hawks, especially those last 3 games, we've seen that their veracity has turned up. And this is what we were talking about when we talked about the New York Knicks being able to turn on their switch. Now, when it comes to this game, when it comes to this series is going to have to be about adapting. This first game, I do think the New York Knicks are going to take it, but every game after that is going to have to be about adjustments from what you saw previously. And the New York Knicks, we know that we can do that well, especially since we have such a deep bench. I think that might be a problem for the Philadelphia Sixers, especially since they'll probably be running with 7 to 8, when it comes to their rotation. But when it comes to the New York Knicks, just look at it. The bench is incredible. So I really do think that we're going to be able to throw a lot at the Philadelphia Sixers. I believe that we're going to be able to throw fresh legs in there, take advantage of them being hobbled, take advantage of them not having such a deep bench. I think that Drummond and, Quentin Grimes are probably going to be their main contributors when it comes to coming off of their bench for the starting 5. But after that, it's really just a bunch of, fillers, a bunch of fill-ins. And no disrespect, you got some vets on the squad as well. But the New York Knicks are looking good, and I think this is a game where we might see, guys like Jeremy Shohan, Mo Diawara being able to get some minutes because of how well we're able to play. Super excited to see Jose Alvarado and, McBride. And we love that Mitch is going to get his shot to get his get back at Joel Embiid. And I know that he said, it was 2 years ago. It was in the past, but come on, bro. Go get yours. Joel Embiid, dirty plays, dirty player. Go get yours. So this game will be at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on NBC and Peacock. And as I said before, I'm super excited to see how we decide to match up, who plays on who. In my personal opinion, if I were to do the matchups, Cat, of course, straight up with Embiid. I think he'll be able to take advantage of that from outside of the perimeter, drawing Embiid out. And if Embiid doesn't want to come out, one of the best shooting big men in the NBA is going to do his thing. You have OG Anunoby. Listen, PG, that playoff P, you're not going to be able to push off OG Anunoby. The strength the energy, the basketball IQ. When it comes to defense, OG Anunoby is going to shut off the water. He's going to take one of your players and he's going to extinguish it, take him out of the game, and I'm looking forward to that. When it comes to Mikal Bridges, although he might not give us more than 10 points defensively, I would like to see him on that boy Maxey. I think that's the best bet with his length. I think he'll be able to, keep up with the speed that Maxey has. I mean, Maxey is like a NASCAR driver, and he really does. He gets to the basket whenever he wants for the most part, and he's a great shooter as well. So having Mikal Bridges on him, I'm looking forward to that. You have Josh Hart, who, in my personal opinion, should be handling this rookie, Edgecombe. I mean, maybe you put Brunson on him, but Edgecombe is really physical and he's a really fast, player as well as Maxey, and he plays smart and he plays hard. So I do think that might present someone like Brunson trouble, and Josh Hart might be the better matchup when it comes to that. And when it comes to defense for Jalen Brunson, although we know the captain is going to do what he does, probably put down 40 burgers all day when it comes to Philadelphia Sixers, I think that going up against Kelly Oubre, a person who shot could be considered a bit inconsistent, I think that would be the better place to hide Jalen Brunson. And then, as I said before, the bench is so deep. Looking forward to having a lot of those guys in. Now, I know this video was a bit long. I don't want to draw it out to a full 10 minutes, but just wanted to give a little bit of insight, what we're looking forward to today. And man, this is going to be a great matchup. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. And as always, let's go Knicks.